That is true.
It was failing hardcore the other night. So use the touchpad.
Well, I'm glad it's hardcore.
Okay. Gosh. Can you just jump on my back?
I can pull on you a bit.
Oh, that's good.
That's good?
Yeah.
All right.
Don't let go. I wasn't done yet.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Touching the handle.
I can get you something metal. You want a hammer? So you just have something there.
It needs to be grounded, babe.
But the door's not grounded. How's that door grounded?
It's connected to the house, which is grounded.
How's the house grounded?
Because it's connected to the
ground. Do you want me to get a pot of dirt to put a hammer in?
No. Can you just turn it on?
You didn't give me all the windows.
OBS is there. Did I turn this on? I did.
Start recording.
Cam only. It's already streaming. See, and there's my mic. And obviously there's the camera.
Okay, great.
And maybe what we'll end up doing for part of it is moving it up closer and angling it down.
Just figuring out how it works.
It swivels on the top, so if you grab it.
I figured that piece out last time.
Okay.
I meant if I need to take it off of here.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, where'd you pull it back?
To get you in the picture and the box in the picture.
The stuff's more important, but.
Your stuff, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch the stream last time?
Did I watch it? No.
Okay, so don't worry about it. It's fine. My camera work is fine.
I like this right here.
No, that's a very uninteresting thing to look at.
Okay. You could go ahead and do one thing for me. Oh, no, they're right here. Sorry, I have them here. I don't think there's gonna be room for this over on your side.
You had a different window open last time.
Ankbot?
Yes.
It's in there. I probably have it minimized.
That helps me see who's in the channel.
Oh.
Someone's lurking.
No, it's probably the bots. The Ankbot itself is a.
No, it's just you and you.
Right.
In there right now.
Okay.
But like when Chaos was being so quiet the other night, I kept just checking to make sure he was still there.
Oh, that gets updated really slowly though, unfortunately. So sometimes it's accurate and sometimes it's not. All right. Yes, true. First thing to come in is power supply. So.
Awesome.
What?
Are you ready to be streaming? You got your personality on?
I don't have a personality.
Okay, great. You didn't say, hey, welcome to my stream or anything.
Yeah, no one's there. So I'm just getting to it, babe.
Okay, great.
I will talk to whoever is there when they make themselves known.
But if you're going to post it on YouTube, probably not. I'll be quiet now.
You don't have to be quiet. All right, here's this non-modular power supply. Totally suggest buying a power supply in the future. Came with its own screws for getting locked in, so I'll use those. So this is... Which direction does it get? Oh, from the outside, so to speak. Huh. Oh, am I looking at putting this in on the wrong side? Is that part of the problem? Wow, this feels dumb. It looks like it should be up there to me. No, it makes way more sense that's on the bottom. Makes way more sense that's on the bottom. Of course it's on the bottom. Huh. Okay. I don't know why that seemed so wrong to me, but it did seem wrong to me. And there it is, though. It's on the bottom. Of the case when it's standing up, is what I mean. So the fan is down. Oh, okay. Interesting. And that's why that filter's there. Okay. All right. I'm not sure that they had the same kind of design 15 years ago. I'm turning this because I want to look at it from a different angle, but the screws are on this side.
Wouldn't it be easier if you set it up and have it sitting in its place?
Yeah, might very well be easier that way. Let me do that. It just feels weird to me to have a computer like a loose part with it standing up, but no, you're right. All right. I don't know if you should have like magnetic head screwdrivers for computer work. Oh yeah, somebody said you should. You know, or that I should not that you should, but that it's helpful. Because I was just thinking like, is that a good thing? Should you have them? Should you have magnetic screws? But then I remember that somebody actually said, yeah, that's really helpful. What's not helpful? Oh, well, that's what's not helpful. When Justin's not trying to connect it in the right place.
Do you need hands?
I need brains.
Brains are good. Tasty.
Maybe there. Oh, I see. There's probably just multiple holes in this case for where the power supply can get bolted in, because maybe not every. Well, it's not that it doesn't come with one. It's that it doesn't. You might have gotten a different brand or a different size or a different kind, and maybe it's getting bolted in a different place. Well, this is really kind of annoying, actually. The screw is so short. Come on. All right, got that one started. All right, there we go. Wow, that was a. This box was hard to pull out, and or the case was hard to pull out of the box, and the.
It seems to be going a little more complicated.
Yeah.
It's okay. If it gets easier from here, that's a good thing.
Yeah, it will. Yeah, interesting. It just has a few holes in the case where there's like the hole going through, and then a couple where the hole is in like an alcove. You know what I'm saying? So the screw head is coming down on those edges, but not all the way around. And it's just because that's the way this PSU is built. Like where they wanted the screw heads.
Pretty sure I'm helping your stream. Pretty sure I'm helping you stream. You're talking like you're talking to a real person.
Yeah.
And you're looking at me behind you.
Yep.
So you're welcome.
I know that. That was planned.
Whatever.
That brilliance was planned.
Good, brilliant plan. Nobody's here yet.
Well, not that we know. That's fine. I'm more interested in this thing getting together.
You can have all your funsies on it.
That's right.
Then you can build me a purple one.
Sure. I'll build you a purple one. But I don't think you wanted desktop, do you?
Nope.
Yeah, I didn't think you did.
The purple case would be pretty. It's a giant case.
So,
Do you need all that space?
do I need what? All the space?
For that case, it's giant. It's like twice as big as your other one over there.
I don't know. That old Dell might not have been able to hold the video card for sure. All right, so next is install motherboard,
Oh, I guess that's true.
which means we start off, actually, with motherboard situation. Oh, wait, I wanted to size it. I wanted to do the whole sizing thing as well. The bag that cut open in the wrong spot. That was dumb. I do have some cables in here. One of them's an SLI, which I don't need. So there are my case screws over there. PSU cord. Utility stuff, I'll look at that later. Or use it. Alright. So, actually, the next thing I want to do is make sure the motherboard stands are in the right place. Maybe I shouldn't have opened up that set of cords yet. They're kind of flopping around. Just shove them there out of the way. Alright, yeah, because the case does not come with any of the motherboard stands installed already. So, for this motherboard, we are talking about the ones, it's kind of hard to see. It should be, yeah, these two and these two. Alright, let's start with those. I'll just start with those. So the motherboard stands, or I don't know if they call them stands or not, but they look like this. They got screws, but instead of having screw heads, you've got another screw spot in it, if that makes sense. I know that the motherboard is not supposed to be super tightly screwed to the stands. Like you can risk actually cracking the motherboard. Yeah, that would be bad. Here's what punctured this components bag. So this was a piece in the case. So I guess it's an extra cover, it kind of looks like. An extra expansion slot cover. I'm not really sure what it's for. Maybe for the double wide stuff? I don't know. But it poked through, so some of the screws were running around loose in the case. I almost lost them. Alright. Looks like I'm going to need another 5 of these motherboard stands. What would be awesome is a tiny little socket head for this. I don't think we have anything this tiny, because most of our tools are for automobiles. But this one over here is going to have some help. I will not lose my pants on stream. 1, 2, Okay, I mean, obviously that one. There's 2 holes here. Interesting. I have to figure out which one it lines up to. Oh, no, I don't. There's two. Oh, man.
4
Give me more of that caffeine.
and SKZMMM.
What about?
They're in the channel.
Have they said anything?
They're lurking.
No. All right. I don't call out lurkers.
Okay. Yeah, don't worry about that at all.
All right. I'm gonna need a little something here to get some of these down. They're not going through the. They're not going into the frame too well. Some of them went in really nicely, but. Would you actually get it for me so I don't accidentally go over my cord?
Someone said hello, but I can't see it. Crazy Gaming 1.
Crazy Gaming 1, hello!
But I don't think he's still here anymore. That was 10 minutes ago. His name is White.
Oh. Okay. Would you reach into the right pocket of my coat? Get me out that little tool I had last night, or Wednesday night. I'm just gonna use it like pliers. Some of these are not going in very well. They need a little help. Hmm?
I'll try to be more on top of it, but I can't even see his name.
You can try putting it in theater mode, which will kind of make it a black background. But then you risk the possibility of not seeing black names. So yeah, you have to kind of be seeing the actual text, the communication text, not the name.
Sorry.
It's all right. I'm not worried. If Crazy is still here, hello. This is the first time I've put together a PC from parts in something around or greater than 15 years. So I've owned my laptop for 5 or 6 years, and I owned the computer before that probably another, well, I guess it wasn't that long, I guess. Maybe another 5 years when I've been here 10 years. So yeah, if I've owned the laptop for 5 years, then that makes sense that I owned because I think I moved up here with the last computer that I had built. The first computer that I'd built. Hopefully this wasn't on purpose. I don't know why it would be on purpose. I mean, I suppose they wouldn't go down as easily if they needed to stand up, but why would you build it where they needed to stand up further? Like, they would need to stand up further if, say, the thing they were being screwed into was like lower. But why would you build it that way? That doesn't make any sense. So I'm not thinking that way. I'm assuming that they needed help. Or at least that I needed help getting them in. That looks better. That looks better. These. Maybe a little bit more on this one. No, I'm good.
So you're not actually putting the motherboard in yet. You're just setting.
No, I'm setting this up because the motherboard, obviously, since it's all electronics, can't sit on the metal. That would be bad.
Okay. Computer installation for Amy.
Yes.
I told Amy that we were doing this tonight. She said that sounds extremely nerdy.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Or something.
Why don't you Never mind.
What do you need?
Nothing. Does it suggest in here when to put in the whatchamacallit? It does not. It does not say when. I think that now is the suggested time for putting in this IO shield.
What's an IO shield?
I mean, I don't know if it's called an IO shield. I'm calling it an IO shield.
What is it?
Let me finish my thought, and then I will tell you. It's probably a back panel shield or something, actually. Anywho, so you see this thing right here?
Yeah.
And you see this hole
Yeah.
in the case?
Mm-hmm.
So that hole in the case is going to line up. What?
I closed your touch screen.
Okay. Now click on that to open it up. Then go to channel, and you'll be there.
Maybe.
I had some weird problems with it the other day. I had to refresh it.
Okay. Well, if you're recording, you can get back to it.
Or you can just pull up Ankbot to see text, to see chat. That's OBS. That's Ankbot.
Nothing right now.
You're not clicking and dragging.
I'm not trying to click and drag.
Okay.
You know how to click and drag.
Okay. I'm not sure what you were trying to do then. The mouse was just kind of going all over the place.
I was trying to wait. Just
Hmm?
don't worry about it.
Okay. So anyways, continue with your question. The answer to your question. So you've got...
Is it your
So you've got all these things over here.
Yeah.
But that's going to be different on each motherboard.
Yeah.
Each motherboard is not going to be arranged the same way. So they can't have these holes permanent in the case.
Okay.
So they just leave an open spot.
Mm-hmm.
And then the motherboard ships with this, which you push into that. And the words go on the outside. And this is the most dangerous bladed weapon in all the world.
No.
Doctors should work with this. It would cut finer than a scalpel.
I don't believe you.
Seriously, like I heard about it on a stream, and I didn't particularly remember it, but can you just touch those edges a little bit?
Okay. There.
Did you touch the pokes or the edge?
Pokes.
No, I said the edge.
Oh, I thought you said. Okay. You gotta be careful. You have no face.
Hmm?
You have no face.
I have no face. I'm a faceless streamer. Alright, come here. I mean, it's not terribly complicated from what I understand. Again, I don't remember. It's really just a push to insert kind of thing. Like that. I expected to hear more parts go ding, but I did not.
Is that the right way?
But it seems to be flat. Yeah?
Okay.
Why?
I thought it might go the other way into the cap.
The words are all facing upright.
No.
Nope, that's the right way.
Okay. Like facing that.
See, do you see all the little circle holes? Those are for all the different speaker thingies, which are over here, towards the middle.
Those things push through it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now it makes sense.
Here, I'm going to do something real quick.
No, I understand. You don't need to show me.
Why not?
Because I understand.
Yeah, but I like showing you.
I understand.
Okay.
Yeah.
They probably don't have it look like that because they make it, so they don't have to have it
It's
kind of.
flat, so I was thinking it went the other way, like it pushed through the hole, not flush with the hole.
Oh,
Like this piece
came out all the way over here.
Yeah.
No, though I mean, if you look at that dell over there, it is flush, but that's probably because it's a whole like we made this sort of thing. Actually, I should go back over there and ground again since I'm about to. Yep, dang it. Yep.
Tripping over your cord?
No, I just touched the table and got zapped.
Oh, well, be careful.
Because we're getting to the expensive part, so it's a good time to.
Ground and
Yep.
stuff. Touch me.
No.
Grounded, aren't
Maybe you're grounded.
We're good at zapping each other.
Yeah, we are good at zapping each other. All right. You have the CPU next to you.
I do have the CPU. I'm near Vanna White.
All right, so I'm still going to work with this on the anti-static board. Try not to run into things. That would be nice. I'm going to try not to take too much time here because I don't want to build up too much static electricity. But the socket is there. The CPU socket is there. It comes with a faceplate on it. You're actually not supposed to take that out. So you unlatch it and pick it up. Oh boy, I haven't messed with the CPU in a long time. Standard case or standard fan, which already has thermal paste on it. Those 3 strips there are the thermal paste for making good contact. So there will be 2 corners and 1 triangular corner that will point on the CPU that will point in the same direction that that the corner is on your CPU socket. So this is the way it's going to go, and on the other side, 2 sides are 2 notches that come in, which match those.
So does the fan go on top of the CPU?
Yes, it goes. Yes, the fan goes directly on top of the CPU. Careful not to touch the pins. Like you don't want to touch the underside of this. You don't want to make any contact with that. Now, thankfully, because of all the socket kind of protection, you don't really have to worry. Oh, it's not time for the fan yet. What am I doing? Now it's time for this to get closed. So you're going to bring it down. And the scary thing about RAM and CPU locks is that you always feel like you're going to break it. It even sounds like it, but it's fine. And that little lid just popped off, which is great. Take that off. It even says remove. But you're just not supposed to remove it right away. You're supposed to remove it later. Or it's supposed to remove itself. Now I've got the case, or the fan I should say, and I realize I have a question. I have a question. Is the fan directional? Like, is it supposed to be installed? It looks square to me, and the power cord looks like it would fit in any direction I needed it, on whatever side it would need to go to. But I want to be sure. Okay, it has a very detailed picture here. There are no words saying this is the way it has to be. But since it's there, I'm going to follow it.
Sounds good to me.
Yep, that's the way it is in the picture, so just in case that matters. And there are these 4 holes nearby. Man, the last time since I did this such a long time ago, the last time I did this, the CPU fan was actually clipped onto the sides of the CPU socket. So I am trying to make sure that this is happening right. This is interesting. So these are apparently supposed to be 90% turned. And they are actually flatheads. So let's switch this out. Touching metal things, just in case. All right, that is not very, that does not have adequate feedback, nor does it feel locked in any sense of the word. All right, where is this? What is this locking to? This is the stuff I would have preferred that was very explicit on, not pictures. Tell me. Is this supposed to be pushed further down? Definitely feels like it. Yes, it is supposed to be turned. It is supposed to be pushed further down. Okay, actually, technically the instructions say to push them all down first. Then I'm turning them. This motherboard feels really kind of uneven with the CPU in it already. So heavy. Not the CPU, obviously. The CPU is super light, but the fan feels heavy. Where are we going? What are we going for here? It says 90-degree turn. That's fine and dandy. But to what? Wait. Now where's the picture that says to screw it? That seems to be completely missing now. I think I just flipped to the next page and thought it was supposed to be... No, that's locked. Okay. So, the screw driving is just to unlock it. What you looking at?
My phone.
Just wondering.
Sugar Bubbles says the red cord's connected to the blue cord, the green cord's connected to the yellow cord. Sugar Bubbles Gaming.
Not helpful, Sugars. Thanks. That does not look...
They say hi. That's what that symbol is.
Say hi to the wife, Sugar. Come on. I don't think that's supposed to be locked in there. Oh, wait, it might be.
Hi, wifey.
This is frustrating.
Christmas tree.
This is frustrating me. Okay. Frustrating me. Let me make sure that this goes to the right place, because this is the kind of stuff that I mess up.
What is the crown mean? Like the blue with the white mountains or white crown in front of their names?
Twitch Prime. What?
Yeah, Twitch Prime. Sugar Bubbles.
Sugar Bubbles is Twitch Prime?
Says, I love that Fallout shirt.
Thanks.
Walmart.
Did I get this for Christmas? Or not Christmas last year?
No, I bought it for you. Just plain clothes at Target.
Oh, just plain clothes buy. Alright.
Because it was a thing.
Okay, that's the CPU optional fan. CPU fan is number 3. Tres. Oh, yeah, right next to it. Okay, there we go.
You know, Twitch Prime has the first Walking Dead video game for free today. Oh, that's what I just said. Yep, Twitch Prime is giving away the Walking Dead Telltale this month. Woohoo!
I did not know that, but I do already have it as an Xbox Live Gold member.
Gatling Gamer 1 says, I like the shirt you have on.
Well, the shirt's getting a lot of love, isn't it? Thanks, Gatling. Welcome to the stream. Hey, Sugar, how did your stream end up earlier today? Mm-hmm. Sugar's yeah, I told you about Sugar. All right, I'm gonna go for the RAM and then I'm putting it in.
That wasn't a sketch at all.
You were listening to her the other night while I was doing something over here.
Oh, playing, was it The Sims, or was she playing one of the racing games? Like,
Neither. She was probably playing Watch Dogs.
Watch Dogs.
Watch Dogs 2.
But she was racing on a motorcycle and
She was racing on a motorcycle, crashing, not driving well. Right, Sugar?
went well, just did random stuff today.
Yeah. What about the Beam update? How did that look? Where's my RAM? Thank you for I hear the sounds too infrequently. What is that sound? That's a follow. Who followed?
Gatling Gamer 1.
Gatling Gamer. Thank you.
She says, I wreck a lot. Lol. Which update?
Here we go. Which update? The Beam. The Beam update. Excuse me again. I'm going to go... Yep, I need to do this very frequently. Sorry, get really close to the Fallout shirt. Touching, 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 touching. Touching lots of metal. We need a dehumidifier. We need a humidifier in this place. I mean, we have one, but we need more. My wife and I are both, I'll say it the way it's colloquially said, we are both warm-blooded. Technically speaking, we're cold-blooded, and thus we're affected by the warm temperature, or the cold temperature more. But, anyways. If we were truly warm-blooded, then we wouldn't mind the cold weather. Now, the great thing about RAM is that if you screw up, it's cheap. No, that's not what I mean to say. The great thing about RAM, if you don't know, is that they design it and cut it so that there's only one way to go.
So, Sugar Bob says, gotcha. Gatling Gamer says, a close-up. He says, how's life? And Sugar Bubble says, I always freeze no matter what. I have a heated blanket on my bed to get through the winter.
We have, what's better than a heated blanket, Sugar, is a heated mattress pad, because it comes from underneath. That can be really cozy. My skin just gets so dry, and the dryness is actually worse for me than being cold. So thankfully ours has two-sided control, so the wife can turn it on and I can leave it off. Go ahead. There we go. Yeah, there we go. I didn't think that was in all the way. Just like the CPU and locking that in, RAM usually has to get pushed a lot harder than you feel comfortable doing. And you just have to be like, okay, I'm going to break it. Here we go. And then usually it's in place. And you're happy. So, CPU.
I'm
And,
jealous.
oh, and what did, who else asked me a question?
Gatling Gamer.
Gatling Game. How's life? Life is doing pretty okay. We're in the Midwest a little temperately, so it's getting cold. It was 8 degrees or 6 degrees this morning Fahrenheit, and
The highs was like 20.
the high was like 21 Fahrenheit. So if you're Celsius, the whole day we spent under zero. But hey, I'm putting together a new computer, so this is really exciting. There are some games that I've tried to stream that just didn't work because my computer, whose stats are down below in the info area, it's a Asus Republic of Gamer laptop, gaming. It's a desktop replacement laptop. It's pretty good, but it was really falling behind on some of these things. So let's pick this baby up, put it in the case. I have a million things going on in my head. Lots of creative things, some job stuff. I actually have job stuff in my head. That's unusual, but there you have it. Job's doing different things today, these days, so I'm not as able to kind of ignore it when I come home as much as I would like. I've been trying to put in some more hours when I get home, but right now this is a bit more, I don't want to say important to me, but it's definitely pressing. I wouldn't work if I brought my work home as well, as long as I have this to do. So let me find the right screws according to the motherboard.
So I responded to Gatling Gamer says Jesus cold then. And
Yeah, it's cold.
Said, have we gotten snow yet? And I said, got an inch, but it's already melted.
Yeah. Just FYI, that's, obviously I'm over here. I have not perfected cloning yet and splitting of myself like Jimmy Madrox or anything. So that is the wife over there on the keyboard.
Gatling says, are you almost done with the computer?
No Gatling. So I've got the CPU and the RAM in. I'm putting the motherboard in the case. The power supply is in the case. There are tons of wires to get connected between the case and the motherboard. Then I need to put in the 3 drives. I got an SSD, a CD or DVD, and a traditional hard disk, and then the GTX 950. And then we can get to things like, putting the monitor on and the keyboard and the mouse and blah 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 and the operating system. But then we're really kind of up and going. All right, come here, instruction booklet. You skipped too many pages. Which screws? Oh, wrong booklet.
Indy, can you send me the link to the Twitch Verify thing?
Twitch Verify thing. For Twitch Prime? Who's asking?
Gatling.
Twitch Verify. Can you tell me what you're talking about? I might have even forgotten what I was linking.
Things just popped up. Oh, we get the referral link, make an Omega clone. E-child.
Oh.
That came up recently.
Is that what you're looking for? Are you looking for a trial for EVE Online? Yeah, they want Screw B, which are...
Our pictures are on the wall, and they're in the stream. Is that a problem?
I really doubt it.
Sugar Bubble says, gotcha, snow is always better when you don't have to travel. Hope it doesn't get in our way too much.
Yeah, we will be traveling to the East Coast for Christmas this year. We do the whole swapping thing. Neither of us are from where we are, so every year is a swap. Or every year is travel for both for both holidays.
I backed it up so you could see your face and sound working. Because it feels more hospitable that way.
That's great. Thank you.
Gavin hasn't said anything else yet. Why is Sugar Bubbles Ankbot stuff in the bed?
I don't know. All right, I'm just trying to line up these screws here straight onto the posts that I installed in here. This is probably an issue of me trying to... This doesn't make any sense. This might have actually... I might have actually put that... I might have put that in wrong side out. You know, I think I did. No. Could I have? No. How would I have done that wrong? Alright, this is confusing. Alright. Just a cotton picking second here. This is the thing I did not want to take long. I do not want this thing sitting, the motherboard sitting around. I kept my static bag around, so I can lay it back on that. So what I'm thinking is that I put this in the wrong way because it has these clips, and I'm trying to come in from this direction, but it's not allowing that. But how would I? Obviously, I can't. No, that is the only way. There's no way I can rotate that and be facing in any other direction.
Gatling Gamer, so this is from Old Mudbot, says to Gatling Gamer, says ask for permission before posting a link.
He tried to post a link.
Twitch.tv verify account thing. Where'd that pop up? I didn't ever see that. Message deleted, message deleted. All his messages have now been deleted.
Right. That's what the bots do. Once someone posts a link, they if you're not set up, if you haven't set up for people to be allowed to post links, it just deletes everything they've said for a bit.
Been timed out for 10 minutes.
Yeah, just slow down on those messages there. So you're trying to find the Twitch verify. Sweetie, can you just do a Google search for that? I mean, I don't have that verified. Once I verified that, I didn't bookmark it or anything. So should this just be pushed through?
Says this page cannot be displayed. It appears that the interwebs are not working. Even though it is.
This is weird. Why would these things be sitting in a way that had to be pushed out through? That is not making any sense.
Is there anything in the book?
No, they don't. I don't think they said anything about it in the book, in either one of them. I'll take another look, but it's the simplest piece of tech here, and it's the thing that's throwing me for the biggest curve. It's just kind of ironic. Not really what you'd expect. That can definitely only go in one direction and line up with the motherboard. I was gonna say I already flipped through this earlier. I didn't flip through it. I tried to read it, but I tried to read it. Anyways.
I can unban him.
Yeah. Well, he's just on a timer.
Ban duration equals 600. Ban reason. TMI.twitch.tv. Clear chat. Gatling Gamer. I can't figure it out. I'm just reading what it says.
Okay. Just hold on there, gamer. We are looking for that link. Wow, it's just kind of funny, like all these things just kind of like, yeah, you're gonna put that thing in there. Go for it. I'm like, this is the one thing I want another piece of instruction with. How does this thing work? All right, well, I'm just gonna pull him back. I don't know what else to do here. And frankly, I'm not going to spend all night figuring it out. Actually,
I'm asking. Oh, he can't respond. Crap. That's unhelpful. Twitch says one thing I say is Twitch says I can't chat until I verify my email, but I've never gotten an email.
I can't chat until I get a...
That's one of the questions.
I don't think that's his question.
Okay. I can't respond on those. Stupid. Ask the question.
I really don't understand how this is supposed to work. This is stupid that this is the thing that is...
Here's a couple lurkers.
What?
Here's some lurkers.
That's fine.
Do you want me to research that a little bit? What is it called?
The link that he was asking for?
I don't know. Well, I can do that, or I was talking about that, but
Oh, you were talking about
if
this.
you give me more information to check on like the chat thing, then I can do that too. I just don't know. Don't know what to look for. You're not link he was looking for?
Actually, it almost sounds like he was talking about verifying his Twitch account. Like he just made his Twitch account.
That's why I asked if he's new to Twitch, but he can't respond.
Right. How's everybody else's night going? Mine just slowed down. Annoyingly so. There's no way that's in. There we go.
I clicked on the link that he posted in the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it just sent it to twitch.tv.
That's all plastic.
The case is plastic?
No, but the parts I was touching were plastic. This is frustrating. This is not...
Sugar Bubbles is going to bed. She's got a 4 a.m. wake up.
Yikes. All right. See you later, sugars. Sugar. Sometimes you're plural, sometimes you're singular.
Bubbles.
Yeah, bubbles is plural.
I thought about moving this ribbit froggy too, but I don't know if I can man all that. I'll just be your hospitable face for now.
I do not. You can research what we're supposed to do with this if you want, babe. I don't know what it's gonna...
I don't know what it is, so I don't know what to research. Did you flip it around?
call it back panel or IO panel, or just call it installing back panel or something like that. I know I didn't flip it around because you really can't.
Okay.
This is the only direction it goes in. So I'm just really kind of confused.
Back panel motherboard.
Sure. This is a motherboard after all.
Open your computer case, remove both sides, ground yourself, replace the IO pin or shield.
See there it just says replace.
Find the standoffs, install the standoffs.
No, you're already past it. Oh, no, I see. It's talking about a punched out panel. Go ahead. Yeah, some of this is...
She put a heart in there and she said that heart is for the wife.
Haha.
Wife who, I guess. Because I typed something to her saying sleep well.
Awesome.
But I guess she was like, I should probably say.
Yeah, she is not... So far, she is not one of the streamers that says, I love you all, like some other streamers do. That is not a critique. I also do not say that, because I'm not saying it like that. I want community, but... It's okay. It's
This is the picture if you want to see the picture.
It's sort of through.
Picture?
Okay, picture's not good enough for me. I needed to know what to do with those, why those tabs were facing on the inside, getting in the way of the things that are supposed to come out.
Well, you can ask a more specific question.
All right, but everything seems to be flushed now, so we're carrying on. My wayward son.
Nope. You're not the only one that's having issues with this. There's some swearing. There's some swearing.
With what?
On the searches.
Oh, some swearing on the searches when you're trying to find this stuff out.
Yeah.
Some of the installation order seems to be a bit variable based on what you've got, which there's nothing wrong with that. It'd just be interesting if they said, if this is how you want to do it. If that, this is how you want to do it, because like I already hooked up the CPU fan because that's what the instruction was on the CPU, but it was a whole lot heck easier to get to this little screw with the CPU fan not connected. So now I'm reconnecting it. Alright, everything is lining up smoothly. Plan is coming together.
Here we go. We're all alone again. We're all alone again.
Okay. It could be wrong, but that's okay. If we are. I don't mind. I probably lost people having trouble with the stupid IO board. IO panel thingy.
Well, that's fine.
Which, yep, exactly. That's fine.
Doesn't necessarily make a lot of sense to me. Either they're watching you put the computer together or they're not. Are they expecting it to be like a snap and a tippy?
They might be expecting to be taught more, and if I'm sitting here struggling with that, they might be like, oh, this isn't a stream I want to watch.
I guess that's fair.
Like I keep saying, like there's definitely two different types of streaming and stream watchers, right? You've got the competitive kind who are looking to learn things, and I don't want to say they're competitive, but
Competitive computer builders.
they're looking to gain knowledge. And then there's the community type, and certainly there's some kind of blend in between, and then there's also the question of, well, if you're a community type, but how much do you require a game that you enjoy?
Sure.
Like Sugars earlier, like when she's streaming Watch Dogs, I'll be in her stream for 5 to 15 minutes, and then I'm gone.
Except the other night.
Well, that's because I was doing something else. I'm talking more about when I'm at work. work is boring and what I'm listening to is boring. One of those has to change, and I can't change work, so. And I just don't I don't find. And it's one of those things that she's also, because she's kind of communal and she's talking and she's laughing and she's having fun, sometimes it also doesn't leave enough room in my brain to actually do my work. So, tightening these screws as in the sense that they weren't actually done being turned, but not tight. Again, these are not supposed to be screwed in tightly. All right, that's good enough. It is in place, and it would not fall if I turned it. So, next suggested part, or thing to do, I believe, is the video card. Is that correct? Yep. The next suggested part is video card, then external drive, then internal drives. See, now that's what the case is saying, but the motherboard is going to say, actually it's going to say something similar, isn't it? Yeah.
The Wake Forest men's team is in the.
I'm not, okay, fine. It's not like I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to start hooking some of this stuff up. But I am going to put the video card in first. Oh, these aren't screwed. Dang it. I'm not screwed. I'd rather be screwed. So, video card next. GTX 950. 950.
Gallon Gamer says, I'm back.
Hey, welcome back. Were you talking about the verification for a Twitch account? Like you just made this Twitch account? Is that what you were referring to earlier? So here is the 950. It doesn't tell me in the instructions to take these things off, but I'm going to guess that I'm supposed to. Actually, where are the instructions for this?
Yeah, I need my Xbox signed up.
Oh, are you typing through your Xbox 4 or Xbox One or Xbox 360? Oh wait, that was those instructions over there. I do have these instructions out. Yeah, I do. Yeah, you do. How about I'm just gonna grab my coffee real quick.
Typing on my iPad, but I want to get my Xbox verified.
Yeah, I would too. Yeah, okay, this has pictures of where the power goes, so I'm definitely gonna keep that around. I'm gonna see where I need to. I think it's really funny that this thing, this big old thing, is kind of held up just by the pins. It's not only by the pins; it's also held up by this, and it probably sits on other parts of the board, but still, I find it all kind of funny. So this has to go. Your video cards need to go to the closest slot because the slot that is closest on the motherboard, closest to the CPU, has the most power. So, and this card does have, this card does have plugs on both sides. Like it's 2 expansion slots wide, and there are plugs on both sides. And I'm sure most big cards these days are probably like that. So I'm going to need to pop out both expansion slots. Now, these are not, unfortunately, Let me do that again. Make sure I need to take out slot 2 and 3 or 3 and 4.
Jason's gotta go to bed. Thanks for the stream. Good luck on the PC.
Thanks. Have a good night. That was Gamer. Okay. Yeah. All right. I have no idea how to do this well. So these are not pre-installed shields like this one, where they would be screwed in, and you would screw it out, take this off, put the card in, and then use that same screw to lock down the card. These are all, I mean, kind of like perforated from a metal perspective, and neither the motherboard or not the case instructions do not talk about how to. Oh wait, yes it does. It does suggest how to punch it out. Okay, good. Well, rephrase that. It suggested an angle. It showed an angle on the picture. Now, what's actually happening is not that. Actually, it seems to be going much better the other direction. That's funny.
Fail. Okay, one more question. How close are you to getting done?
Gamer? To actually having a system up and running, it's still going to be a while, man. Like, if you're sleepy and you need to go to bed, like you got work tomorrow or something, just, come back and either go to my YouTube channel and find it posted there, or just watch it, on the past videos here on YouTube or Twitch. Give me a follow so I'm easy to find. You don't have to retain the follow if you don't want. Oh, that's right. You already followed me. So, hopefully my non-expert approach makes it easy to follow somewhat, but I would never only use me for this to do this. I would research other places as well. I found a really nice set of videos on YouTube. So this is trash because this isn't going to do anything anymore for the most part. I mean, actually, it doesn't even have an angle on a thing on the top, so I can't do anything with these. These are indeed trash, which is right there. Okay. Back to the video card. It never tells me, but I'm going to assume that I should take all these little plastic things off. I mean, it makes sense.
He says, "Will do. Good night, y'all. My Tennessee self."
All right. I hope you guys are safe down there.
I said, love it.
Drink some cheer wine for us.
He might not even know what Cheerwine is.
I would hope that he would know what cheer wine is.
Not maybe the eastern part or western part of Tennessee.
The western part of Tennessee might be without cheer wine. How sad. All right, so here we go. Oops. And there's protective films on the center of the fans. I don't know why. Okay, that one came off real easy. There are 2 fans on this card if you saw it earlier. For crying out loud, come on.
What would you say? I'm saying being Justin's secretary, cameraman, and what? Like, companion?
Yeah. Helpmate. I'm going to try to take these off first too. Oh. These covers for the video plugs. They were really hard for me the other day. Now they're coming out really easy. I wonder if I should just leave these in here unless I'm going to use them. That might be a really good idea.
streaming it live on twitch.tv. Look at that.
I'm gonna leave these on here. Might as well keep the holes protected until they're needed.
He says will do. Probably about staying safe.
Oh, and here's another film. You know, there could be people dumb enough or oblivious enough to not notice this stuff. They really should put it in their instructions.
You think people that are that oblivious are building their own computer?
Well, I almost missed it.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Fair enough.
Fair enough. At least I almost missed it. I would like protection for myself, please, manufacturers.
So,
Mm-hmm.
did you hear that the Wake Forest men's soccer team is in the Wake final?
You told me that, and it didn't really quite register.
Because you're busy focused on something.
Yes, because I'm busy focused on this and not messing it up, if you don't mind. Boom! You hear that? That locked in nice and securely.
The video card?
Yeah, that was the video card. Oh, and they suggest thumb screws. They've got thumb screws here for this? Oh, they sure do. They've got little thumb screws to put these on. How nice. All of it should be thumb screws. That's awesome. Yes, I'm going to move around a lot.
Hopefully they don't get too long.
What in the world? I don't know what that is supposed to be.
What's a thumb screw? You know how to use a screwdriver?
Yeah, it had. Yeah, it's like the screws on the end of the case, on the outside of the case where they have a nice big grip.
What is that?
At least that's what it says.
And then it doesn't give you enough. Did they fall out of the bag?
No. It says it provided one. Oh, that's nice. I was wondering what this thing was over here, and I was like, this thing looks broken. This was to turn the standoffs on the motherboard, for the motherboard.
Oh.
It had basically a little socket hole, and
So it is a little socket.
yeah.
At least you were right that it would have been a good idea.
Yep, I was right that it would have been a good idea, and they had thought of it. Okay, how does this get powered and hooked up?
You disappeared.
It's okay, you don't have to follow me.
I didn't follow you.
All right. Connect the supplemental PCI Express power adapter or adapters to the card. If applicable, see illustration below. So, this is where we get into this mess of wires here.
No.
Yes.
Terrible.
Yes, I will say it again. Buy a modular PSU. Now that I know what a modular PSU is and what it means, oh my gosh, I wish I had bought one. I don't know how much money it would have cost. I don't need to be standing anymore, so I'm going to sit because my back is tired from leaning over this thing. Alright, so all this has is what they call an 8-pin, or they also call it a 6x2 pin. So, looking for the right power. All right, there's a 6. Up, that looks like there's the 8. So this is an 8. It shows, so there's 2 different kind of pins in here. They're not even worth showing. I mean, maybe I'll do that, and maybe it'll focus. But basically, some of those little plugs in there are square, and some of them are only square on the bottom and then rounded on the two corners on the top. So I'm just confirming that this is the layout that I'm supposed to have. Right, is this? So across the top is square, rounded, rounded, square. Nope. Nope, that does not look like that. It might be the right one though. There's a 6. Oh, I understand. 8 or 6 plus 2 is an actual 6 plus 2, which is why this one is running alongside of it. I see. So it's 6. It's one of these 6s, or these two making 6 plus 2. And it's also possible that the video card could require all of that. So this is 6 plus 2, isn't it? Rounded, rounded. Ah, okay. So it goes on this side. Goes on the other side. Making oh, look at that. That even slid together. That is cool. Rounded, 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 square. But then it says square, square, rounded, rounded. Seriously? Is this just an issue of combinations? I have to find out which combination this one needs. Is that what's going on here? If I did this, it would still not be square, square on the bottom.
Do you need help?
I don't know what help I could use.
Remember size or?
Well, in general, this should not fit if it's not right. So let me just check this. This shows rounded, 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 square, 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 rounded, rounded. Yeah, that's what it shows. But this little extra 2 here is rounded, rounded. This could be a problem. Okay, wait. What if it goes... Sorry, this way. Yeah, it looks like that might be a good idea, but it doesn't line up. That does not... Actually, that went in, but it's not... Oh, gosh. My confidence is not high with this.
Oh, you need to match this with those.
Yeah.
It's a puzzle.
Oh, wait.
9 o'clock for the guys.
Yeah. Yeah. This is the thing that I want to hook up power to incorrectly. The video card. That's what I would do too. Yeah. Always use the PCIe power cables from your power supply first. Only use included adapters when your power supply does not have the appropriate connectors. Okay. That sounds like there's more in here. Oh, that's right, there are. I forgot. I do not remember any power connectors, but come on. Get out of that box. Oh, that's a DVI to VGA connector. Okay, I thought this was... Oh no, 8-pin power. When I first opened this when I did the box opening on Wednesday, I thought this was the connector for SLI video cards, where 2 video cards work together. And then I was like, oh look, and the motherboard has one too. No, it said right there on the bag, 8-pin connector. Yes. Okay. So. So. I'm going to go from one of these two 6 powers into this one. Does the power supply have an instruction booklet? 'Cause I didn't even think to look at that. I thought it would just be like, okay, done.
Especially since they're made by the same company. No.
Okay. So this goes into one of the two 6s. What do we have here? We have round, round, square, square, round, round. Oh. So I am supposed to use both of these. Yes, I'm supposed to use both of these. Not just one. All right. So there we go. And that extra 2-pinner is just going to hang off. The only negative to any of this is that now I have even more power cable to try to manage. As far as just keeping my box clean. Not going to complain.
Matt says good luck on Facebook. I'm busy.
With my
Build.
PC build? Okay. That looks secure. Didn't snap into place, but it looks secure. Wow, I mean, look at that. This is gonna... Whew. Okay. All right. My heart rate's going down again. Oh yeah, I haven't said this on stream. While I was at work today, I had a vision of me powering everything on and sparks and smoke flying. And ever since then, I've just been a little bit more of a nervous, I don't want to say wreck, because that's kind of overstating it, but yeah. I have kind of been like, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. Alright, I'm not going to insert the drives yet. Well, maybe I will. The drives will be out of the way. I am going to insert the drives next. So, here we go. Completely different change. They suggest the first thing goes in, as far as drives are, is an external 5 1/4, which I do have. Okay, really, people? If you look at these plugs, they come out not up. But this picture right here, can you see that well?
Nope. Okay.
That picture right there shows a swivel coming from the bottom while the top is connected. That's a swivel, not pulling it right out. Sorry, I'm probably just nervous about breaking things. How am I going to get into this thing? With TNT. It was seriously like how this looks. If it was like a light paste, would remind me of like of plastic explosives in TV shows and stuff.
Sure. You have a knife.
I know I have a knife. I'm just seeing if it's got an easy
No.
opening. Oh, yes,
No.
like a lid. Just pull it off.
I don't believe it.
Okay, at least as far as opening it goes. Man, another thing that is just super tight in its bag. This is really amusing. But I bet you this thing was super secure. Yeah, it's coming out. It's coming out. Wow, can you imagine putting this in there?
The machine did it.
Yeah, a machine did it and probably blew this up after it was put in.
Yeah. That's why I was thinking if you pop one or two of them, they'll probably come off a lot easier.
It's coming off okay. I mean, not as easy as just simply opening a box, but it's coming off.
We're all here by ourselves.
Hmm?
We're all here by ourselves.
That's okay. That's time with you.
It is.
Come on, this last little bit.
You're not popping as much as you were for the unboxes.
Ugh. Probably because I have to think a lot more.
No, I meant like other people are just like you're streaming normally. Oh, you just disappeared.
Hi! Okay. This is not going to be a very good streaming part right here. That's just all there is to it. Did the Tierfing suggest that it had with screw B? Yeah, the Tierfing came with screw Bs for it. Yep, the same ones that I used to put the motherboard down in place. In its place. Get down in your place. Gonna need 4 of those, 2 on either side. Drives and stuff like that. That's what I have the most personal experience with. We also need to pop that out. So there's a couple little grooves in here to hold it. It's not like you have to put it in place and hold it up while you screw it in. Seriously? Well, obviously it doesn't come in from the back. Even Tierfing thinks it should come in from the front, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Remove it. Put it in place. Okay. All right. Well. I mean, if the CD drive does not work, does not go in, that is not the worst thing in the world. It is definitely going to be a problem, though. Okay, there we go. Gosh, I was like, no, this should not be a problem. This should work. This would be, this is standard. Now I haven't actually screwed it into place yet because I want to see how far back it's supposed to sit. So I'm putting the front face back on first, and that looks almost in the right spot. There we go. Actually, there are a bunch of holes. Wife,
Yes.
you could help me if you wanted.
Okay.
It'd be a pretty easy thing to do.
I've also been getting on camera.
No, not necessarily. Those two screws and take the other plate off.
The back.
Yep. No, not the back, the other side. Yeah, the screws are in the back to take the other side plate off, yes.
Justin Bourgeois says he might be late. He's got 2 sick kids and Melissa's got a migraine.
Okay. Screw number 2 is in place. Sorry that this is on the other side of the camera. If I had like a GoPro or something like that, maybe I'd just put it on. That would have been a pretty convenient thing to do, actually. But I do not need a GoPro for anything else. It's not like I build computers regularly on stream.
There's
Yes.
might be something else holding this on.
It should slide out. It will click out and then
Fall off.
fall off. There you go.
Oh jeez.
And if you wanted to, there are 4 screws over there on the other side of this drive.
Where's the drive?
It's the obviously gray-white thing.
Oh, I see 2 screws.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Two holes?
2 holes. You can come double check me.
Okay.
Holy cow, how are you even supposed to open this bag? Not even joking. There it goes.
Are there really only 2 on that side? Sure enough, there are only 2 on that side. Wait a second. Oh, nope, nothing there. Nothing to see, Looky Loo. Move on along. Yeah, wow. I didn't know that. Interesting. Wonder why they did it that way. Yeah, there's only 2 on that side. So the next thing is going to be then the internal drives. I have 2. I have a 256 gig solid state drive and a 1 terabyte hard drive. I am going to put. Gosh, do I think I can? I wonder if it matters. Just heat flow or organizationally. I'm going to put them on the bottom because that's closest to the power supply, so the power cords aren't going nearly as far away.
Just snug.
Yeah, they just need to be snug. They're not doing any serious work.
That's really snug.
Are these screw bees? Pull it out. Is it locked in here in any way, shape, or form? Oh my goodness, another one of these stupid little things. Okay, that was just kind of stiff. I'm going to finish tightening these screws on the other side of the CD drive, DVD drive. I keep calling it a CD drive. I mean, technically it's a DVD drive because it does that technology, but whatever, right? The flat coaster thing. I am installing my drink holder. I shall always be refreshed with my beverage. And now I'm grabbing an actual drink. now that I said that. And grabbing the 1 terabyte Seagate drive.
Just no problem. Thanks for everyone.
Okay. Was that how that was supposed to open? Touching metal. Touch me. Okay.
Once or twice, then you should.
Thanks.
I'm gonna make some.
What?
I'm gonna make some popcorn.
Gonna make some popcorn?
Watch this unfold.
Oh, now there's a question. So it says install the 3s into the drive, and I can clearly see that the plugs in the drive are facing the other direction. Oh, that's so that they come out this side and run under the motherboard and plug in. Okay. Understood. So that means that it's going to go into the tray like this.
I'm pretty proud of my camera work here, I'm not gonna lie.
Good.
It's kind of fun for me to film you. I don't know why.
So it has these little, this guy has these little notches right here, kind of 4 pegs. So those are going to kind of automatically go into 2 of the 3 screw holes on the outside of this Seagate drive. That might not be the case for every drive. I don't know.
Is your space for 3 or 4 hard drives in there?
I have space for 3 drives that are either 3.5 or 2.5 inches across.
Did you pick
And
those
then
because they're cheap?
there are these 2 spaces for 5.5-inch externals up top.
Yeah.
Not obviously, you see there's no hole here in the case, and that's also because the wires for the front USB panels are coming through that space. You could actually, like at least in that older Dell case, what you could do in that case is install a 2.5 or 3.5-inch drive in there that is not external, because there's space for it, simply because there's space for it. But I don't think cases like that had, because they're smaller, they didn't have this separate space down here.
Yep.
So,
You couldn't have reused that case. You couldn't have reused that case with these components.
Not with these components, but this is, this should be, I mean, unless I'm totally farting in the head, this should be an ATX motherboard, ATX size, shape, whatever motherboard, and there's ATX micro, or mini, or both.
Can you say farting in the head again?
Farting in the head. Did you like that? Okay, this is a little imperfect here. The screw holes are a little off. Like the side little pegs are grabbing on great, but these underneath are a little off. Apparently the wife expects me to get into an argument with the parts, more so than I already have, because she has popped some popcorn and is sitting back now.
Watching things unfold. Do you want some popcorn?
No,
With a spoon.
no, I'm good.
I'm eating with a spoon on purpose.
To not dirty your hands.
Yeah, in case you need me to do something.
Yep, that is great. Thank you.
Welcome. Why'd you pick this case?
Why did I pick this case? I did not find it to be atrocious looking. Out of the ones that meet the standards, the sets that I put into PC Parts Picker, and much like shopping for shoes, I was not going to sit there and search through all the other cases to find it. I am glad that one of the first ones I looked at I found acceptable because I don't know what I would have changed about the parameters to get off of a case that I didn't like.
What is an atrocious case?
There are folks who really enjoy, like, not just having the technology, but showing off the technology. So there's cases with lights and cases. I mean, look at this. This guy's got a window on the side.
It's pretty cool.
You think it's pretty cool, and it's minorly cool to me. Like for the most part, I'm like, meh, whatever. It didn't need to be there.
Can I bedazzle your case?
No, you may not bedazzle my case. My case is to be bedazzle free.
Can I decorate your case?
I would still rather not.
I would like to embellish your case.
You're gonna have to be happy with embellishing the house.
Whatever. That looks like a house.
It's as big as our house. All right. So the terabyte drive is in the case. Clearly, it's not hooked up and plugged in and whatnot yet.
I like the case. I think it's a good, simple.
I actually like it too. I'm very happy with it.
It looks nerdy. It looks high-techy. Fancy. It would have been on Star Trek next gen.
Oh well, poop. That's nice.
It fell out.
Yeah, I was taking it out upside down.
Oops. Also,
So,
I
okay.
feel extremely awkward eating with this.
Okay, sorry. So, that's interesting. Is there anything different between the 2.5-inch drives and the 3.5-inch drives?
About an inch.
I'm saying as far as the mounting goes, silly. They have different instructions for them. They have different instructions for them that are exactly the same. So I just don't understand why they have...
I'm sorry.
I have never had an STD before. I've never even seen someone else's STD. So the fact that this tiny little thing that is super light is my super awesome drive is just kind of weird. I'm sitting here thinking, did someone ship me a toy?
SSD.
What did I say?
STD.
Yes, SSD, not STD.
Oh, so you have to attach it to that so it fits in the right hole.
Yeah, apparently that's how they're doing it. I mean, again, when I was young, that is not what we did.
You're ancient. Get over it. Just kidding.
Yeah, I am ancient. I am getting over it. This is me getting over it.
Are you having fun?
Not as much fun as I was having. Well, more fun than I was having with the I/O panel. Right now, I'm just putting in some annoying little screws, so that's kind of meh.
Are you getting excited?
Oh, this is getting closer,
So you're getting excited.
but we still have to throw the power switch. And we still have to do the long, tedious part of installing all the plugs to the motherboard.
That's why we have snacks.
That's why we have snacks, absolutely. We also have snacks because we're at home, so we can just have snacks.
Whatever. It's true.
And you know what also doesn't help for this kind of process is if you are thick-fingered.
I was going to say stubby fingers.
Yep, stubby fingers. Stubby fingers do not
Do you want some help?
help.
I don't have stubby fingers.
And again, this doesn't quite feel like it's...
Nor do I have popcorn fingers.
Like it's fitting perfectly. And it doesn't really need to. This isn't something that's going to shake around a lot.
Let's go kick it.
Unless you kick it.
On accident.
On. I'm not quite watching accident. Screw down.
Way over here.
Over by the recliner.
Almost inhaled a piece of popcorn.
And right now, I really wish I had a magnetic screwdriver.
What?
A magnetic headed screwdriver. But,
Oh, sure to hold the screw.
yeah. That's the difficult one. So, the rest were kind of okay, but that one I kind of wanted a magnetic screw to be like, get in there! So they provided me basically the number of screws I needed, it looks like. I don't know.
Some lookers, but nobody talking.
All right. Again, that doesn't need to be super secure because it's not a jumping and jiving kind of thing. So put that back in.
No breakdancing solid state drives.
No breakdancing solid state drives. No. Those things do not exist. Oh.
I'm adding a little light to your stream.
What?
Adding a little light to your stream.
A little live to my stream. That's funny. All right. Putting this back in the box just to get it out of here. It is now time. All the parts are in. All the parts are in. Would you do me a favor? Swap to Ankbot, go to the dashboard tab, and just modify the title to say all the parts are in.
From building a new PC to all the parts are in.
Well, no, I want to add it. I want to add.
Oh, at the end.
Yeah, kind of like a sentence. Just like, you know, building a PC, building a new PC, all the parts are in.
Hashtag building a new PC.
No. All I want you to do. Alrighty. So, now the fun part of hooking up all the plugs. Roots. So since it's already sitting like this, let's take care of the drives. So that's power for the front case, fan, and maybe some other stuff. I don't really know. I'll have to look at that later. But all this this is case stuff. So wow. I might have completely not thought about an important part.
Surge protector.
No, not surge protector, babe. We already have that. We don't need to order that. No, that's right. They're over here.
I don't know what this is.
These are the connectors to the hard drive.
Oh.
Oh. However, the CD drive came bare. Completely bare. So I don't have anything for the CD drive.
Okay. Well, great. You don't need that right now.
Yeah, I kind of do. The operating system is on a DVD.
I thought you weren't going to use the disc.
The operating system is on a disc. I'm not using the driver discs.
Oh. Well, specified? Pause the stream?
Maybe. Maybe. We'll see. All right. Oh. Oh. There were 2 in this bag.
Well, maybe you only need 1.
Yeah, I might be okay with 1. All right, let's see here. Do, 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 do.
You can clearly see your bald spot.
I don't know why you think that was good to say.
You can't. Just because I'm making conversation.
All right. So I'm going to push this through here. And there's plenty of space. There's actually plenty of space for the elbow side or the long side. Maybe this one would have been, that one might have been hard to do as a long side, but I've got space here to do the solid state drive with the long one. Bring that around. I'm also going to need to do the power. So the power the power. These are the things that they don't have labeled. I would have really preferred they did label them, but they did not. Just gonna have to deal with it. Believe that's these. Yep. I do not believe that I need any others for the CD drive. No.
Is that from the power supply?
Yeah, this is more of the humongous amount of wiring from the power supply. So here's the power supply for the terabyte 7200 Seagate drive. Here is the power for the ADATA 256 gig solid state drive. And can I make it to the disk drive from there?
Yes. Yes.
No.
No.
No, I cannot. That is too high. I should have looked at that first. All right.
Going in the bottom one.
This is going to have to get moved. I do not like...
Why don't you test for leaks if you put it in the bottom one?
I mean, I already pulled it up there.
Okay.
It's going to be tight.
Is there a different way to run the power cord?
No.
Okay.
It has to come out this way to get to the drives. And then it goes up.
Can it not drop through this hole instead of down here? No.
Look at it. It's serial. See, it's coming out of the plug. It doesn't matter.
Okay. Yeah, I see.
However, come to think of it, easier thing to do, way easier than moving the hard drive, is to move the 3.5s.
The CD drive, you mean?
No, I mean to...
Oh, to move where they're sitting?
Yeah, to move these guys. This would be the much easier thing to do. I'm glad I didn't go through all that other work and then think of that.
That would have been annoying.
That would have been really annoying. No. This is going to be much easier to simply move those up a slot. Actually, I don't need to move them all. I just need to move 2 of them. I mean, 2 slots, including the empty one. Come on. Man. This thing is tight. I mean, for all I know, that might be suggested. Maybe the solid state needs to be closer on the power circuit. I don't know. Talking out my ass.
Putting out your head and talking out your ass.
I'm glad you tickled yourself.
But isn't that funny?
What?
Farting out your head and talking out your ass.
Okay.
You reversed your
Oh, I said farting out my head earlier, didn't I?
Mhm.
Okay. Now that's sort of funny. Now that's sort of funny. All right. Let's get in there.
It's not my joke, so you can laugh at it.
Kind of hard to see in there, really.
You need a flashlight.
No, I don't need a flashlight. Just. I don't have a problem seeing. Thank you.
Just making sure the boob wasn't getting in.
All right, there we go. There we goes. Now, hiding from the camera again. And it still doesn't reach! Wow, but it would clearly reach the bottom. Okay, so we're still moving it. That's annoying.
You can see the pinboy's head.
That's annoying.
Well, you tried.
I could come around to the other side, I suppose.
I see 3 versions of you right now. God, there's really only
I probably should have stretched out the wires and tested all this as far as layout first. That probably wouldn't have been a smarter thing to do. My gosh, and I am pretty much almost constantly
shocking.
shocking.
Do you want me to touch you? Or do you...
No,
Is there anything that would be better?
no. I mean, the wrist thing would probably be better.
Or the wood chair?
No, wood is an insulator.
Okay, I'm just thinking when we sit on the couches, we get that.
That's not wood. I mean, part of it is, but
It's cloth, which is what your chair is. That was my thought pattern.
why did you say wood chair then?
Because wood doesn't have cloth.
No, that's good. That's discharging me.
Oh, okay.
Getting shocked is what I want, just not on this. Because that gets rid of the charge. I mean, getting shocked is how the charge dissipates.
Okay.
I mean, if you had something like one of those grounding wristlets, bracelet things, you would just be constantly discharging. You wouldn't be getting shocked. Nothing would be building up to a point where you would be like noticing it zapping out.
Oh, okay. Are you going to be able to put in the cover again?
One way or the other.
One way or another.
Yep.
I'm gonna get you.
Either nicely or with oh, wow. Really? Seriously? Okay. All right. Here's another thing. Okay, so they've got a bracket in here for a 3.5 or 2.5 inch drive, and this bottom 5 1/4 inch slot. So now I need to take this out. You hear that? That is ridiculous. I had seriously considered shutting off the heat tonight.
What? No, it's the coldest day of the year so far.
Yeah, I know.
It wouldn't do any good.
Why?
The air's super dry outside. It's not gonna get any dry. It's not gonna get any more humid. Is it? Because that's the plan, right? To like not dry the air out so much.
Yeah, but we don't get shocked outside, do we? So it must be enough.
I got shocked by the car before, I think. Might just be. Oh no, it's the door. I'm thinking of the door as we go out. Zap. Hurts like the Dickens.
All right. Oops, let's not take it out through the RAM. That'd probably be a bad idea. All right. Thank you very much, Case, but you're not needed.
In case you wanted like a floppy drive disk in there or something.
Or maybe that's just where you're throwing another 3.5-inch drive, like another solid-state drive or something. I mean,
Oh, sure.
if you want to do a whole lot of drives, there's lots of space. There's a space for a total of 5.
Wouldn't you need more cooling if you're going to do more drives?
No, not drives. And yes, this is simply
It'll snap back in.
it's snapped. Yeah, so this will snap back in on this side too.
Yeah, that doesn't seem to matter.
I mean, I suppose it's probably not a solid state drive though. Honestly, it's got no moving parts.
Literally.
Yes, literally.
Itself, neither one of those drives are moving themselves. It's just internally that there's something in them that's moving. Like
On the disk drive, but not on the solid state.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
That's why I was saying literally. Because they're both not going to move in there.
Okay. The front case seems to be on right.
Not pushing in at the top. There are cords.
It's not pushing in equally.
What is this?
That's the front fan and some other stuff.
It's not stuck in there, okay.
You see that?
It's not in over here, babe.
Oh, it's not in over there.
No.
Okay.
That's what I thought you were talking about.
Okay, now it looks straight. Okay. I was like, why is that angled off? That should not be happening. Okay, it's not happening. It's done.
This is like a house project.
This is like a house project. Remember Chaos said this looked like a house?
Yeah.
When I had it facing the wrong direction. I did not have it upright. I had the front pointing up. Come on.
It just seems to have
Wait.
Why don't you check the cord?
Yes, that is just what I was thinking. Why don't I put in the cord now? Okay, there's that. And open up this one. For another SATA cord. Woot woot. What's amazing about these cords is not only does the technology get faster, but they tend to get smaller too. Like it wouldn't boggle my brain if they got smaller or faster. But the fact that they're doing both fascinates my Luddite mind. My old man, I remember when gas was 89 cents and whatever.
Bought gas for under $1.
Hey kids, I got paddled in school.
Wow.
in the drive again. That's okay. We're good with that. This is, like I said, the most boring part of putting a computer together, I think.
Getting screwed.
Getting screwed. Yes. No, I was referring to all the wires, actually. They don't need to be tight. They just need to be in. Oh. So yeah, and so after this, my drives are connected, though just not to the motherboard yet. And I'm going to connect the power probably to the motherboard last. Like from the power supply. I'm going to worry about everything else first. So, this is where what I like to have is a good set, both the hard drive or both the case book and the motherboard detailed out, both of them, so I can see, because this is the one thing I got wrong before, was what all these things were. I mean, it wasn't big. If you probably haven't heard the story. If you're here, you probably haven't heard the story, excuse me, that the first and previous PC that I put together 15 years ago or more, what I did was I apparently put the front mic jack plug into the motherboard reset slot because they weren't labeled the same and I couldn't figure it out. And I'm not sure that was the day of the back then there was really all that information on the internet yet. So I did not put it together right. And the first time I went to put in headphones in the front, zap! The computer just reset. And I was like, ooh, that's bad. And I should not do that again. All right. So, what is this? This is the motherboard. This is the case. I'm trying to keep the two clear. So, the front panel, coming from the front panel, are these two cords here. This is a 3-pin, and this is... Okay, so this is going to go in line for power for something. Not quite sure why. I'm just not sure what up front is getting power. Oh, wait. Does it go...
Colin Bison, is this your first PC?
No, this is not my first PC, and this is the second time I've put together a PC, though the last time I put a PC together was probably somewhere between 1998 and the year 2000. I don't know why we don't say the year 1998 as often, but whatever. So... So I know enough, like quite literally, I know enough to make myself dangerous. All right, so I'll turn this. Actually, I'm gonna flip it over. I'm gonna flip it over is what I'm gonna do. Though most of these power switch. Yay! All right, take this stupid twist tie off this. How many have you built?
What are your parts?
So I have a Gigabyte motherboard, the Z170, ATX size, unless I'm mistaken. I have a i5 6600 CPU. I've got a GeForce GTX 950 card. I've got a Crucial 8 gig RAM chip. I've got somebody's DVD drive. Who cares? I've got a Seagate 1 terabyte 7200 hard drive disk and an ADATA 256 gig solid state drive, an EVGA 400 watt power supply unit, and this is the Roswell Tierfing case. So I'm going to go through the fans and things. I think. See, I look at this and I just don't know. This is a 3-prong, so that is not a system fan, so I'm waiting on that. Most of these are actually labeled, thankfully. USB, HD audio. And see, that's actually labeled in a way that makes sense. I'm just going to start putting them together rather than worrying about an order. So, the PC power, the power switch. Where does the power switch go? Oh, there we go. Oh, okay, it's a collection. The front panel is in a collection. Okay, that's cool. I understand that. I don't remember where it was, but there we are. There's front panel. I'm actually more comfortable with a little bit more crypticism sometimes, or at least physical crypticism, crypticalness. What is this guy? I don't know what that guy is. That's cool. All right. So, power is right here. It is the 3rd and 4th prong. And it even says so there. That's nice.
Go.
USB. Alright, let's go ahead. Like I said, let me go ahead and take care of these things as I find them, I suppose. You, go get out of my way for a second. Alright, this is USB from the front. The front has a 3 and a 2 USB 2.0. So that would tell me that I need to put this on the USB. Where is it that it was described? Front USB. This is probably socket 12, which is F USB 3.0.1 and 3.0.2, which it says USB 3.0 and 2.0 headers for the front panel. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. So I am looking for front USB. Here we go. Oh, do I have 2? Do I have 2 places for it? This is not nearly big enough. This is not nearly big enough. That is more the case. Why? I wonder if that's only for... Ooh, is this the USB 3.0 plug? This must be the USB 3.0 plug. What does the case instruction say? That's what's making sense to me. Yes. Yes. Okay. So, front USB 1 plugs in right here. Front USB 2.0. I will plug in right here. Who is cheering me on, by the way?
I was.
Oh, you were. Thank you. All right. The HD audio. I can't believe that these things still have yep. See, this is one of those kind of differences that would have thrown me off years ago. This is HD audio. It's from the front panel. And you can deduce that because it's in the case. But it just says audio. But the motherboard says front audio. So that's the kind of thing that would have thrown me off a long time ago.
But you've grown and learned, and you're awesome.
So now I'm just making sure that I've got the location correct, which I do. So you are going over here. It's a little tight for my hand in here in between the GTX and the power supply, but it's not too bad. Doesn't leave me much room to see, though.
I don't need a light, huh?
No, I don't really need a light. It's usually more of a by feel job anyways. Ow, those corners on that plug are sharp, though. Alright. I have to just look at what I'm doing because that is being a little difficult. Alright, it's got a blocked out pin in the same place, so I just need to get it in there. It's going in the right way. I just need to, yep,
That sounded good.
be more forceful. That was it.
Be more forceful.
Who else is sitting around in here?
Says you're dropping 0.2% of your frames.
Yep, that's usually what I do. I usually drop 0.2% of my frames. Okay. Let's get the case fan hooked up. I know that this one's here. Like, I know what it is. I know what it does. And those were case fan 3 is over the... No, that's CPU fan, dude. Yeah, I can't read. That says CPU fan. I read CPU as case. I'm a dummy. So it wants this fan to go all the way over here. That's interesting. Why is this plugged way over there? I find that interesting. And that's number 3. How about we plug on number 1, eh? System fan 1. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The one that's closest to it. Okay, and I'm close to my CPU, and I'm a little nervous. I'm going to step away here in a second and deground myself again. Seriously, is this 3-prong? Oh, it is. But that's okay. Okay, alright. Hey, sweetie. You want to do something for me?
Sure.
Rewrap that. Rewrap that extra for me.
Is it okay?
Yeah, totally. So, yeah, I went a little lower on some of my parts so that we could, I mean, this should do good enough for me, but also wanted to leave some room to get my wife another laptop. What are you? You've got to be a fan. This has got to be a fan. What I don't understand right off the top of my head is why it has a
Tom Bison asked for permission before posting a link.
What's your link?
He's been deleted already.
Well, it's automatic, babe. It automatically deletes. No, I do not have free reign on posting links on my channel. What's up?
He's banned.
It's not. It shouldn't be banned. Is it banned?
Has been timed out for 60 seconds.
Timed out is not banned.
Okay, well the code says ban duration.
Well.
Ban
Sorry to hide over here. Ask about links first, please. There are way too many bots out there in the world to just leave my channel open for links. That's just not good stewardship of your channel. Alright, this is not explaining it to me. Why? Where is this going? Alright, that is a front fan. Awesome. That is a front fan.
It's a little fuzzy on the webcam.
So I'll put this on system fan 2. So I've got my CPU fan on CPU fan, obviously. I've got the exhaust fan in the back of the case on system fan 1 and my front fan on system fan 2. I just don't understand what this extra power here is for. That I don't understand what it's there for. And it's not talking about it there. So, all right. So next, let's hook up the drives, eh? You're watching a video.
I'm watching a game-winning goal from Wake in overtime.
Ooh, game-winning goal from Wake in overtime.
My gosh, that was by the skin of the teeth. Oh wow, that was.
What was by the skin of the teeth? The goal or the time or
The goal. Well, it's in the second overtime period, so.
second overtime period? So that was at the end of the game.
Yeah. It's a breakaway. He slotted it underneath the goalkeeper, and it went off the post into the goal.
Wow, that's a pretty tight goal.
Yeah, it was. That's really sad for Denver.
All right, where are my SATA connections?
Oh, it must have been sudden death. It was sudden death. So when you score, game over.
Hey, motherboard thingy.
No! Sorry. That was my high school coach. No, I don't even believe that. Gotta go back. No! Oh, he was reffing. He's a ref. That's right, he was a ref.
Number 6. Where's 6? Up front in the center. Oh, they're facing forward. They're facing forward. Okay. Okay, well then. I don't want these coming in here then.
Wow, he looks exactly the same.
I want them coming in over here in the case. I want to try to I don't want these wires running around on the outside, on the inside of the case, like inside working area of the case. I want them running around on the outside of the case. Ugh. So, it was kind of hidden a little bit under the GTX, is the problem. It was a little hidden.
One of your cords. Wow, that guy does not look his age today.
Actually, it's a little hard to even see. Is this the right size? It's either going to go in or it's not. Yep, that went in. Now what? Sweetie, when you have a minute there, can you look up something for me?
Yeah, just a second. What do you need me to look at?
I'd like to get an image on a SATA 6 gigabit plug.
Okay.
I'm wondering if those cords that came with it aren't SATA 3 plugs. I really don't know.
Okay. An image on what? SATA 5?
SATA 6.
SATA 6 cord.
Yeah, I'm looking for an image of the plug. So SATA 3s go... I don't understand what those numbers are saying on the SATA 3. But since this is SATA 6, I'm hoping I don't need to know. I'm just trying to understand if there's an order here. But there doesn't appear to be.
I don't think this is helpful. There's a bunch of different ones.
Oh my gosh. You're getting a ton of different images.
Tell me what's specifically looking for.
SATA 6. I don't know why you're getting tons of different images. I'm just saying that you are. Okay. I mean, that's what these look like. Is that how we say? Yeah, that's how we say it. Oops, that's not what I wanted to hit. Alright, I need to get back to this. Yeah, alright, those plugs all look right. Okay. Touchy, touchy, touchy. Keep touching things. I don't need to know what Keith says, unless I need to know what Keith says. I'm doing this. I'm not worrying about that. I just don't know if I should be attaching these in any particular order. There's something labeled a 1 here, so I'm betting that's kind of a primary. So let's make sure that it's either not going to matter or it will. So let's make sure that my solid state, this is the one on my solid state. So I'm going to put that in the one that's labeled with a little 1. See, that's another little thing that these books could help with, is if they would do a little bit more explanation. All right, let's put the DVD drive over here. It helps if you arrange it facing upright.
Tom Bison is back.
What, baby?
Tom Bison is back.
What bison?
Calm.
Calm bison?
Yes.
Calm bison. I like that name. Yes.
Do you want me to move the camera?
I'll grab the camera.
I
Is there?
built my first gaming PC like 6 days ago.
Well, I'm not done yet. You know, I haven't hooked things up. I also haven't powered anything on. So if I'm completely wrong, we're yet to find out. Can you tell me how it looks, babe?
Good. I mean, you can see the fan and the motherboard right now.
Why don't I? Here. Hold on just a second. There. So here as it is overall. I'm trying to give it an overlook.
Okay.
How's that? Is that doing a good job?
That's glaring on the parts.
Okay. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
You're over the motherboard now.
Yep. Okay. So here it is overall. Here's the GTX. I ended up having to use the adapters that came with the GTX 950 to get the 8-pin in there properly. So there's a CPU fan and it's connected right there, CPU fan slot. The exhaust fan, the one that's in the back of the case, is connected to System Fan 1. Over here is where my front audio gets plugged in, the front audio jacks. And then over here was my front USB 2.0, my power switch.
Everything seems good. Just need to see the startup and restart wiring.
Startup and restart wiring. So you're talking about the restart button and the power button? Right now, that little 2 plugger right there is where the power button goes. That one was pretty clear in the instructions.
He says, built my first gaming PC like 6 days ago. i5 6500 1070 Asus mini board. 8 gigabytes of RAM for now. So you're gonna plug in the motherboard soon.
Yeah, I'm running out of other things to do. Can you check that for me, please? Whoops, didn't turn off my light. Run that battery down. Yeah, I am looking through things. Looking for anything that I've missed, but it looks like I've got all the wires plugged in. This one does not have a reset button, so... Wait, there's one more thing here.
Yeah, it's good. Okay, yeah, it's good.
What do we got here? Oh, the power LED. So this is the light for the power. And this is a lot easier to read here. It's marked on the motherboard, but it's a lot easier to read here. Because it's got the positive and the negative. This is a lot easier to read here. Can't remember if it's in the front or the back. These pages are actually kind of thick, which is normally a really good thing, but it's kind of annoying me right now because I'm flipping past. Oh, this is the case. Dummy.
It says the motherboard cable isn't hard to spot, trust me.
Oh, you mean for the power to the entire case? No, that's pretty easy. No, I was talking about just the LED for the front. So power LED plus on the left, negative on the right. What else is in this front panel thing? The hard drive active LED, which apparently this case doesn't have. The reset switch, which this case doesn't have. The chassis intrusion header. Ooh. Power LED. Speakers if your case has a speaker. That's interesting.
He says pretty much building a PC is like Legos but electronic.
Yeah. Thankfully, there's not quite as much freeform. There's a little bit more, this has to go here and this has to go there in a lot of these parts, which I really appreciate because that gives me confidence that I'm not making a mistake. as I've said before. I have made a mistake before, so I get pretty nervous about mistakes in general. Wow, these little plugs are actually so shiny. The little plastic on the plugs are so shiny. I'm trying to look to see if I've got them in the right plug, and it's reflecting the little pin next to it, and it's confusing me. I think that I completely missed it. I didn't. It's just reflecting the pin next to it, making it look like there's still 2 pins uncovered. Alrighty. I think this is all done.
Combison just followed you.
Hey, Combison, thanks for the follow. Thanks a lot. This is not really a tech channel. This is a gaming channel. But now I can do even better gaming. All right. The big power.
What's that for?
This powers the motherboard. So blah 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 blah. The 12-volt power connector mainly supplies power to the CPU. If the 12 volt is not connected, the computer will not start. Yeah, I would imagine so. Let's see, I don't remember what all these are for, so this is all going to have to get wrapped up and kind of pulled aside. All right. Wow, that motherboard moved a lot. I've never seen... Whoops, let's pull that out. Pull that out. This clearly needs this other little expansion part on it. Yep.
You plugged in the CPU power too, right?
The 12 volt is... I might not have done that yet, actually. No, I think you're right. Yeah, I've got this one still to go. I still have the CPU power to go. Gosh, if you hadn't said that, I would have actually probably missed it. Wait, is this the CPU power? Well, I'm connecting everything power-wise to the motherboard that fits because the motherboard needs the power that it's requesting, effectively speaking. If it has a power plug, fill it.
So everything's powered by the motherboard?
A lot of things are powered by the motherboard, but the things that require extra power, like this video card and even the CPU, may have their own. Now, this is not going to plug into the CPU. This is going to plug into the motherboard right there. I just saw it.
Okay. Is that because they're getting information from the motherboard as well, and it's going through the same cords, or is it just simply power?
It's just simply a power concern.
Okay. So what is the function of the motherboard?
It's basically the circuitry highway.
Which means what?
I mean, that's where all the little soldered paths are that connects, that route stuff between the RAM chip and the CPU and the video card and the plugs on the outside and
Okay.
all that stuff runs through the motherboard. So when the CPU sits in the CPU socket, no, it's more like the nervous system as a whole, not the brain.
Well, that's what
The CPU would be the brain, right?
Sure.
But the motherboard is more like the rest of the nervous system.
Okay.
It's how you send the connections from one part to another. Was it Colin Bison who said you connected the CPU power?
Yeah.
Yes. Thanks, man. I probably would have. I feel like I would have missed that. All right, Calm Bison.
He says the neighborhood is the spine.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, it's the spine. Calm Bison, here's a question for you that I haven't found in this, that I don't remember from my previous experience, and I'm not seeing an obvious answer to. I have a power plug, much like one of these, 4 in a row, that is connected to the same wiring as the front fan. So my motherboard has a spot for the front fan. Where is this other power cord supposed to go? Am I supposed to connect one of these to it? Or not? I'm unclear. And my case directions did not say how that was supposed to go. While you think about that and potentially answer me, I'm going to start putting the, because I think this is mostly finished here.
Look at the plug plastic. If it says PCI-E, it's not important. It'll run.
Well, it doesn't say that. Not on the plug on the motherboard, and not on the plug that's left over. So we'll call it not important.
If it says it, it's not important. It's on the sides.
What?
He says it's on the side. The tips. Lol. That's what it says. It's on the side, it's on the tips. Lol. The ones that you didn't connect yet.
Oh, you're talking about these. No, these aren't PCI Express. They look like old hard drive wires to me. In fact, they look just like the one I sent up to the drives. Okay. All right, I'm going to swap these things out a little bit. Could you do you want to work on that or this? I think you're better at this.
You want me to wrap cords? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, wrapping cords and stuff like that. I can bring this over to you
Where are you going to put it?
on the floor or wherever. So twisty ties or anything like that?
There's a couple over there.
Yeah, there's a couple over there. Those extra cords that I was just playing with from the power supply could be wrapped together, and then like basically placed anywhere inside to keep them out of the way.
Okay.
Oh wait, haha, haha. That's right. They supplied zip ties. Even better.
Okay. Just waiting to see the camera angle.
I'm over here. I'm good. This does not have a good scissor head on it, so.
You need scissors?
No, you would to clip off that
Oh, the clip off the...
part. Okay. I'm going to keep doing things by instruction here, just to be as safe as possible, to make the least amount of mistakes. They're supposed to be, just make them tight and clean. and out of the way. And if you can find a place where you can connect it to kind of the framing around, like there aren't really many bars that come across on the top, but
I was just gonna try to fit them in this gap
what gap?
in between the power source and the drives.
I would go more towards the bottom or towards the, the way you're looking at it right now, more towards the left or more towards the, sorry, that's not even true right either. So that's the front of the case, right?
Yes.
To the left or to the right, towards either of these panels that we took off.
Towards the sides.
Right, and leave the center clear. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. But hey, I'm not terribly worried about it. As long as they're tied up, it's all good. Okay, this thing says, all right, let me get my nice monitor out. I didn't describe what I got for a monitor. For those of you who have joined me today and didn't join me on my unboxing video, my current computer is a laptop, so I have to get another monitor. That was an additional expense. I have a second monitor, but it's weird. It's some old Dell that actually had a 19:10 ratio instead of a 16:10 ratio instead of a 16:9 ratio. I don't know why. So I wanted new monitors, and this is one of the places where I cut expenses for the time being. You know, getting an i5 was a expense cut from the i7. Getting 8 gig of RAM instead of 16 was a expense cut. And also getting only one new monitor was an expense, or was an expense that I just cut. Okay, so it says, put this in here. And then screw this in. Okay, seems pretty basic. Calm Bison is saying a lot. Yeah, sorry, I don't actually have eyes on my stream chat, but my wife is.
How much power is your PSU?
My PSU is 400 watts.
The higher the wattage, the more cables. 500 is pretty much straightforward. 700 has extra 4 more GPUs, hard drives, or anything else like solid state drives.
Yeah. Oh, Calm Bison. I put this together on PC Parts Picker. Yeah, that's facing the right way. Yep, that's facing the right way. I mean, that's pretty basic. That's all there is to it. It's a monitor, right? I mean, it's not that complicated. So I put this together at PC Parts Picker. So, I didn't know what a modular PSU was at the time. I wish I had, and I wish of all the things I researched, I didn't decide to research that, and I wish I had, because I would have chosen a modular power unit. That would have been much nicer, but I didn't do that research, and I got a non-modular one. So on PC Parts Picker, if you've ever used it, one of the things that it does for you is it gives you a running wattage total of your system. And I think this system was actually only in the upper 200s. So, but I didn't want to go for like a 300 watt system and just have a little bit of room for expansion. So I got a 400 watt PSU. I guess the most common thing I could actually experience here is dead pixels. That would probably be the most common broken on arrival kind of issue. And what is with this short little cable? I know most times power supply, the surge protector that you're using is probably running up right behind the computer, but that is not true in my case. Darn thing. kind of short. Oh. So we are getting really close here. This is kind of crazy. I'm pretty excited. This is my first new computer in quite some time. I get computers, my computers turn over 6 to 8 years or so. It's awesome, thank you. Yes, I got a monitor with speakers in it because I have these Logitech headsets, so I didn't really want to spend the money on a speaker system at this time. Also, I don't have a lot of room here on this desk. This is a corner desk, but I'm sharing it. Like, I take up one side and my wife takes up the other side. So I don't have a ton of space that would normally be on a desk like this. So I also just didn't want to take up the space with speakers, like actual like separate speakers. And I'm not an audiophile, so I wasn't going to be crying over it. What do I got here? Here's a really hard question. Is there a better connection? Which is the better connection? Okay, not this one. This is standard monitor cord. That's not getting used. But I could do. I want you to put. Nah, not now. Let's just bring her over. Her, it, whatevs. I do have an HDMI in here. Does anybody know? And maybe I'll do some research. HDMI or DVI? Which is better? And I'm pretty sure the graphics card said if you're going to go dual monitor, which I am, it had some suggested or, mandatory.
Do you want me to do this side too?
No, it looks pretty good. It's fine. Here, just, yeah, throw it there. Throw it there. All right, well, look for now. Do I have an HDMI cord right here? I do not. All right, I'll use the cord that came with the monitor. I'm kind of buried in here. I'm sorry. I'm gonna clear the camera space in a minute. All right. Getting the monitor plugs free. Free Willy! Free monitor plugs. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you guys, the simpler the thing, the harder time I've had with it tonight.
Sorry, I'm gonna game H1Z1.
Yeah, H1Z1. It's a post-apocalyptic zombie thing.
What were the questions?
What were the questions? I was asking about quality of monitor connections, like HDMI versus what is it called, DVI? This guy here, and it's the one that I've got with the monitor, so I'm just going to go ahead and start using it. I'm going to start with this one. So, hey, you in there.
Well, it depends.
What's it depend on? My wife is being a wonderful narrator over there. telling me what you're saying.
Make sure it runs from your graphics card to the monitor.
I mean, my graphics card has this as a plug. Yes, it does. My graphics card has HDMI, DVI. Actually, my motherboard has DVI.
DVI, I think, can run up to 4K resolution.
Display ports and mini display ports. So that's what my monitor has, or my video card. This 960.
DVI is better.
DVI is better. Okay. But that doesn't look like what I've got actually. I've got a DVI, but not. Okay, it still works apparently.
HDMI is good as well.
They're all good.
DVI is better.
DVI is better. Okay.
He said that once.
Yes. DVI is better. So that's what I've used. Did that make you a little nervous as I tipped it like that?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, guys. One more thing. One more absolutely necessary thing. The keyboard.
Alright, shut up, it doesn't have a keyboard.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere without a keyboard. I've got a mouse over here as well. A Logitech.
Is it all in? Made sure your RAM clicked in right?
Yep. RAM is good to go. Wow, that's a really tight Velcro. Holy crap.
Heat.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Alright. Should I back it up?
And now power to the case. Oh my gosh, another short cord. People.
Power to the people.
Oops. Oh, my power supply doesn't have a plug of its own? I mean, a switch of its own? That's interesting. All right.
Sounds like.
What?
Sounds like we need to switch out that plug behind you.
That plug behind me. What are you talking about?
Behind your desk there's another power plug.
Behind my... What?
Never mind.
What are you talking about?
There's a place to plug in cords behind you. It's just a 2-prong instead of 3. So the squid wouldn't be reaching as far. Don't worry about it. Just.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that doesn't have to do with now.
Drum roll.
Alright, there's the monitor. Jinx, I guess. Alright.
Whoa. Well, the fan works. Good luck.
I didn't actually catch it, so it probably won't go to...
Turn around. Let's do this. This is all from Combine.
I didn't catch it, so it should get to a, hey, I don't have a... Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah, it has no operating system, so it's telling me, hey, something's wrong. That's exactly what's supposed to happen.
Woohoo! Working.
Alright.
3 hours. Even.
3 hours even. Alright.
Since you started streaming.
Since I started streaming. Well, we started this when we started streaming, so here's my Windows. Now, I didn't actually configure the... Alright, so let's see if this automatically starts up. I don't know if it's going to. It is reading it, but I don't know if it will do that automatically or not. I wonder if my wife is internally taking bets on how long this will remain on the monitor before I pull it off.
I'm gonna pull it off.
I don't know if you heard her. She said, no, I'm not taking bets because I'm going to pull it off myself. All right, I probably need to reboot, and that's fine. All right, let's go into the BIOS. Somewhere.
Do you want me to move this over?
Press any key to boot from CD or DVD. Oh. I'm a slow reader. Sorry, you did not catch me in time. Never mind. It already needed to do it.
He said her too.
He said what?
He said her as well.
For the computer?
Yes.
That's right. They're always girls. They're always female.
I can't compete with that woman in my life.
Oh yeah, you can.
Because I can take my share. Her
That
insides are not as pretty as mine.
no, her insides are not nearly as beautiful as yours. Nor her outsides. Well, so far this looks like a success. I've been sitting here looking at a Windows image for a good minute. That sounds like Windows to me.
Doesn't have the countdown though, it says 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 30 seconds, 8,000 minutes.
Yeah. That's how that time count goes. Oh my goodness. My back is a little sore from all the hunching. This looks good to me, but I'm wondering what's going on. Oh, we never hooked up the internet.
Do you need the interwebs?
Probably.
Okay.
Oh, looky there. All right, so let's see. Wow. My goodness, this keyboard is hefty. I love it.
Oh.
I'm going to move the keyboard over here on top of the case for now. I don't have any top fan cases anyways. Or top case fans, I mean. I just have to stay away from the power button. Alright, so language to install. English, yes.
Portuguese.
Well, this is kind of annoying. Why is my keyboard not seeming to respond? Yeah, this keyboard seems to not be responding right yet. So what's the problem here? I mean, I better not need a PS2 keyboard. That'd be ridiculous. I might need, however, to put this into a different USB plug. That's possible. Trying to read this on my side. 3 point. Alright, let me see if there's anything that I need to know that I did not take the time to look at inside the keyboard box. Oh, there's that front guard thing to help your wrists. Nope. That's all. That's everything in that box. No, it's not. Dummy. I already pulled it out. Alright. Logitech. Keyboard. It says. Wow. Does this thing have to be... Does it have to be installed? It does say connect both USB ports, so maybe that was the problem. That I didn't have both USB ports connected yet. Oh, that was the problem. That was the problem. Now it's all lit up. It's all lit up. Okay, English. What did you build recently, Calm? Did you build a... You said something earlier. Did you also say you built an i5 6600? And I am going to start putting some of this case stuff back on. Oh, activate Windows. The product key looks like this. Bleh.
Want me to read it to you?
No. I just need to find it. All right. This should look like this. Blah, 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 blah. That is not really what any of these numbers look like. Oh. Maybe this number. That's not large enough.
25 digits. It's on the disk.
Not helpful. Product key. We got an end item PN number, a carton number, COA barcodes. Let me try this one. Would you turn the camera over here?
You can't see it anyways, but I will do.
You can't see it? Okay, that's fine. Where was that? 260. This might not be right. No, it's definitely not right. It is really expecting something else.
Can I look at it?
Yes, you can look at it. Windows, I love you.
Here it is.
I lie. Oh, is it covered?
Yeah.
Oh, it's covered. Well, they didn't tell me it was covered. There's the other case. Well, that's the other case. I want the case part that you took off.
Can't read it at first. CP6.
All right, I might put this on later. It's not coming on really easily, which I'm betting is probably because there's a wire in the way. Yeah, these wires are sticking out a little bit, so I'm gonna worry about that later. No, I didn't. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, read it to me.
CP 69N HG YD F Y 36 39 PB 8 WT GM T3T.
As soon as this is changed, would you move that back over? Okay, thank you. Which type of installation? Oh darn! So the SDD got put on drive 0. That's fine.
No, it
The
didn't. SSD.
No, I probably said it wrong.
But the SSD is the smaller one.
Windows might create additional partitions for system files. Yeah, go ahead, I suppose.
I thought the SSD was the smaller one.
It is. It is. It is. Oh no. Some of these wires are interspersed with each other. No, my gosh. That's kind of annoying. Oops. Oh well. Okay. Oh, that's why this was probably not hanging out right, because it needs to hang on it. Wait. No, I'm doing it wrong. Dummy! Yeah, it was the way I thought it was. Jeez. Jeez Louise.
Now?
No, I need to stop almost hitting the power button on the top of this while I'm trying to install my operating system. That would probably be a good idea. That would not ruin anything at this point. I would just have to start over on the operating system installation, but still, let's not be a dummy. Not being a dummy, that is key number 1 in putting together your own PC.
You're lucky enough. Rena Saga is now auto-hosting you.
Thanks for the auto host, Rena. Sweetie, would you type in there? Actually, I can type in there because I'm not doing anything productive.
What's my orange juice?
My friend Rena's pretty nice. You should check her out if you like watching games slow. I don't mean slow like boring slow or slow games. She's been playing Elder Scrolls and I keep wanting to say Last of Us, not The Last of Us. Dishonored. Don't ask me why I was getting those two confused. They're nothing alike.
What did you think of Dishonored?
She really liked Dishonored. I think she also played some of the oh gosh darn it, some of the expansion material. I don't remember. What the crap was that? Well, that's interesting. Did you guys hear that on stream? Was that loud enough on my mic to hear? I'm going to stop messing with this while I'm doing things on the computer. I mean, I don't think I did anything wrong there, other than maybe that's not a good idea. So a screw just fell out from somewhere. It looks like it's actually a screw from inside the case near the exhaust fan, and is now sitting there right here in between the metal grate of the back of the case and the plastic fan itself. So that's going to have to be seen too. I can't have that sitting around. Next thing you know, that something pushes it forward and it flies into the freaking exhaust fan.
You just unplugged your monitor.
I unplugged everything. Gosh darn it. Stupid short cord. Well, this is a good opportunity to fix just what just went wrong. No, see, the monitor's on, babe.
I can't. Okay.
You couldn't see it?
The screen went black. So I assumed it went.
No, the screen, no, that is usually not the case. All right. Well, that was a crappy thing. That's going to screw up the entire installation of Windows, but that's fine. Because it probably wasn't this tiny little cord. That's not freaking going to work for me, people.
Susan Rinbendez.
What?
You want to come see what that name is?
Oh. Well, it's not that bad, but it's pretty freaking annoying. But this gives me an opportunity to take care of this other problem here. Why did a screw come out? Why did a screw come out of the freaking case? Yeah, I literally have a screw loose here. And it's not one I put in. I mean, I guess I'm not 100% sure of that without finding the empty hole, but I'm looking around at ones I have put in, and they're still there. There. Came out the bottom, actually. Where the crap is this from? Checking my motherboard. Screws. Well, it looks familiar because it's the same kind. So where did this come from? Oh! I bet you it didn't come from anywhere. So I had mentioned this much earlier. What happened was the expansion slot cover that was in the accessory bag inside the case actually punched through. They didn't do anything to protect these sharp edges, and screws had gotten loose. And I thought I'd gotten them all. I mean, I'd been moving this around. I didn't hear any more jingling until we turned the darn thing on. Okay. Back to this. All right, give me a minute. I got to figure out how to arrange this so that it reaches.
You want to put it on my side?
No, well, for one thing, it doesn't need to be up anymore, per se. We've put the parts in. It can go on the floor now. I can put the other things in it later. That was super annoying. So this is probably going to be kind of a messy install of Windows now. I don't know what it's going to do now.
You know what we could do, Dave, is put the camera on top of that monitor. If you wanted to see what it is.
Actually, you know what? I should have gone to the boot menu. That's really what I wanted. Blah, 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 blah. Oh. All right, where is the boot menu? The boot menu is... Yes. Press any key to boot from C. Yeah, good. It knew that the installation was not in there. I'm going to have to read the key again. or have the key read to me again.
Yep, I'm ready when you are.
Thank you. Why does it look like it's starting again? I told it to boot from the CD. All right, and for anyone who was watching earlier during the workday, I just had this vision of like when I plugged everything in and turned it on that there were sparks and smoke. So me rolling over the power cord and pulling it out in the middle of Windows OS installation is still not nearly as bad as the horrors I had earlier in my mind. This is taking a little bit longer than the other one did. Well, I mean, the other time we were at least sitting there looking at the ugly Windows symbol. But yeah, the drive is still going okay. Now we're seeing a little swirly there. Here we go. Thanks for joining me on stream, guys. Is Calm still here? And who else? Who is the Zuraz something? Can you? Obviously, you can't pronounce your name for me. Can you put like words that make it? Can you tell me what that's supposed to be, or did you make it up?
I don't think he's here.
That's fine. What's the
CP69
Wait. 9. Mm-hmm.
HGY DF.
Wait. DF?
DF.
Okay, I don't remember that.
Y3639 PB8
8?
8 WT GM WT.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm remembering some of these things because that's peanut butter, that's white trash.
Yeah.
But then okay, so WT what?
GM
GM says Game Master.
T3T.
T3T.
Okay, if you didn't want people to know it, you totally just.
You're right. I just read part of it. You're absolutely right. You're right. You're right. I accept the license. I accept your domination of the PC market and gaming.
Now you have 3 options.
That is okay.
Oh, you don't have a mouse here. I'm going to use all your buttons. What did it say?
I want to get rid of the partition because now I've lost that space.
Can you just set it up and then get rid of the
No. No. I don't think so. That's why I never got rid of the partition on any of my other hard drives, because there was already stuff on them, like operating system. And the operating system was always tied to the factory disk, which was just going to reinitialize a partition anyways if I did a fresh install. It wasn't just going to install the hard drive, the operating system and do nothing else. It was always going to reinstall all the factory settings, which included a partition. So why is format not working here? Why can't I just, I might need to reboot. Oops. Yes, let's quit.
Colin Bison has a smiley face.
What if I did repair? What if I rebooted? Come on. I can turn my computer off when I don't mean to. There we go. Colin Bison, I'm really glad you're still here. If you know Colin Bison,
It's hooked up. It's booted up.
Colin Bison, if you know what I need to do to get rid of a partition, please let me know. I'm expecting it to be... stop going by so fast. I don't have time to read you. Did you just take that as any key? You did, didn't you? Ugh. I bet you that was on this. I bet you that's on the motherboard instructions about how to get to the boot monitor or the. I might have to do a little web search myself. Can you do a web search on that computer for me? How to remove partition? Okay, I don't want to do Windows setup.
However, if, for example, you may want to reformat the drive or change the partitions that it has, the way to do such tasks in Windows is to use the disk management tool that comes pre-installed with Windows.
Yeah, that's after we've already got the operating system installed. Alright, we're going to try to go back to the BIOS again. So, Calm, I don't know if you missed it. Maybe you were away from the stream. I was in the middle of installing Windows, and you saw I had my case up here, and you might have heard me bitching and complaining about the short power cords. I rolled back on my chair and pulled the power right out of my case. Ran over the cord, or pulled it away or something. Yeah!
What do you need to hit?
I need to hit F12 soon enough, but
Just start hitting it when it turns on.
I know I'm in the middle of talking, so I missed it.
I'm trying to help you.
I know, but I know what I'm trying to do. It's just the stream brain. I'm missing the other things. So it's gonna have to go all the way into starting Windows again. I'm gonna have to reboot again. This might just be time to take it off stream because nothing's really going on. So anyways, what I was saying is it had already gotten to the part where it had partitioned my solid state drive. So I'm looking at the setup, and it doesn't have. Now when I go into the Windows setup, it sees my 1 terabyte drive, and it sees the solid state drive, but it's smaller because I think that partition is still there. Anyways, I'll probably be going off stream here pretty soon if this doesn't pick up. The computer itself is together. I just need to get the operating system and all the drivers installed, and that's not really terribly exciting anyways. Should I go into boot or should I go into BIOS?
I don't know, but you need to make a choice soon.
Why?
Well, when it comes to continuity.
Yeah, I'm gonna go into the BIOS. If BIOS is wrong, when I come back out of BIOS, I'll still get to do F12 for the boot menu. Aren't my drives in here somewhere? Configure, blah, 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 blah. System information. Here we go. Well, here's boot priorities. That's great. Boot priorities. Network stack, mouse speed. Da 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 da. Peripherals. Okay, so port 1 is enabled. I guess it has this thing on it. 1000.2 gigabytes. Okay, so that's the terabyte disk drive. Port 2 got the DVD on it. So somehow port 4 got the solid state drive on it. Okay. Okay, but partitions are not in here. Okay, fine. Partitions are not in here. So apparently that's not boot override. Oops. I don't even. Oh, that was telling me to boot off of it. That's interesting. That totally makes sense now. Boot override. It was telling me go boot off of this, even though the normal sequence of boot checks is this. So as soon as I hit click, as soon as I hit enter, it went to boot from there. I don't even remember what I clicked on. Okay. Is anyone talking in chat?
No.
Do we still have Calm? Does it look like Calm? If
He just said. I mean, he said a while ago, "What are you trying to do in BIOS?" But you answered that question. That was 8 minutes ago.
yeah. Calm, I'm gonna go ahead and take the rest of my installation here offline, just because this is not really. I mean, I don't think this is really interesting. If I was sitting here watching it, this is kind of no longer PC building as much as it is wrestling with Windows and wrestling with a dummy. Dummy versus Windows. Guess who wins?
You're not a dummy.
So yeah. Anyway, still, hopefully, this will be up and rocking tomorrow. So, for everyone who stopped by or followed, thank you very much. Hopefully, the next thing you'll see out of this machine is some Chronicle of RuneScape, because my laptop couldn't handle that. So, good night.